to the mines! And we must be out of our minds because we're about to do a lot of delving. Delving like a dwarf ought to. But, you know, this maybe feels like home turf here, home territory. Alright, we're gonna go blow up some homies. And we're gonna stay away from those exploding barrels. Kill me some rats before we get to the elves. The female elves do a lot more damage than the male elves, but do not discount the male elves. They're pretty intense around the ear. But they all gonna fall victim to Killer Cromlech. Give me back my mine! Give me back my mine! No drow in this plow. That's all I've got to say for now. Big boom. I'm the best guy in the room, although my health is somewhat low. But I will not fall below, but instead I will correctly descend and save my brothers and my friends. Ah, big old block, and now you die, and I get pleasure every time. I didn't mean to rhyme all the time, but I do what I gotta do. Block. And somebody died. Somebody got hit by that. Block. Got him. And block. Got him. Block. Got him. Got him. Barely, though. Alright, let's do a little healer-oony. Oh, God. That didn't heal me nearly as much as I thought I was going to. But then again, we do have the best armor in the game right now. Now, in this level, we have to find 3 cogs. 3 cogs to set the mine shaft back into the right place. And if we do that, we shall survive, succeed, and move on to level 2. And right now, they've got 3 or 4. There's some big blue abominable creatures that we're going to have to fight down, way down below before we fight the head drow, the head elf, who has been causing all these problems and making life for dwarves miserably. Les miserably. They won't even give us a loaf of bread. And that's all I remember from Les Mis. That's never been one of my favorite pieces of musical theater. And I'm a guy who just did opera. That's right, I just finished a production of Pirates of Penzance. It's been very nice. Had a fun time. Got paid a good amount of money to do it. But also do it because I love it. Goodbye, archers. Make you run away from me. Why are they so cold resistant? Damn. Oh god, oh god. But they are getting their licks in, I won't lie to you there. But these are a bunch of running bitches. These doomsday drowing bitches. Get back here, you son of a biscuit. Thank you. Holy halabalooza. I'm already running low. These arrows actually doing a number on me here. Come on. Get back here, you son of a bitch. God. Guys are just fleeing like McGeehan. I actually don't like how many of these guys are around me right now, but we're doing okay here. I don't want to go back and backtrack if I have. I mean, I will backtrack if I have to save, but I don't want to have to backtrack because I have died. That is never fun. And we've already done that a couple of times. And I prefer that not happen here again. And how long has this guy been messing with me? Sir, I'm begging you to just die. Thank God. Alright, now one of you I can handle. How come there we go. I was just about to say, how come I'm not getting that improved crit like I typically do? Alright, we gotta go way back here. First of all, we're gonna save over at this bowl. Let's light these and then run away. Explosion. And save our little miney keisters. As Killer Cromlech gonna kill me some elf booty. And I'm told that they're immortal, but not by my standards they're not. They all die by the same blade the way I see it. And there's a lot of them here. Gonna try and lure 1 or 2 of them away. Get a block in, get a kill here, get a couple crits here and there. Oh god. They still be swarming. They still be swarmani. And there are quite a number of elves in here. And the fact that they sealed themselves in here, what were they planning to do after they sealed themselves in here? Because the ice dragon still lives in the cave, and that's where the shadow gate is. But you'll find that out later. Oh my god, these arrows, bro. I need to get dodge. I definitely need to get dodge more so I have my armor class goes up a little bit. Next time we level up, which is going to happen probably pretty soon. At least one would hope. Stab him in the back. Let's go. And get me a little money. Stab this guy a little bit. There we go. Little stabby stabby. You run ahead a habit of going and you're fighting the killer Cromlech. He's gonna stab you with a frosty bastard sword. Wait, but their armor's pretty good, I must admit. Because they're deflected a lot of this bastarding. There we go. The 26 and 25s. It's those 17s and 15s that I'm not loving, but this does have a pretty big range. Hopefully we'll be able to get a newer, bigger, better weapon pretty soon. I don't think I wanted to go all the way up here yet, although I did do this. I did go all the way over there. Right, that's right. This is getting me right. All of these areas get me 1 cog, I think. So, all right, let's go left. Well, while we're here, we might as well save. But let's go left. And no matter what, we are going to at least unlock the mine. Now, I actually believe that this is the correct way to go, so I'm not going to go left. I take that back. We're going to go right. Because if I remember correctly, if you go left here, that is what brings you to the actual area, the mine itself, that gets you to level 2. But, oh no. Well, thank God we saved there just a brief second ago, as I was not paying attention to any of that right there, and now we are going to be much more prepared heading into this hefty hullabalooza. But you get over here. That's right. That's right. You blow up at my hands. You blow uppity-duppa. I rupture your spleen with my bastardy sheen. And then you go down with a big sad frown, 'cause Killer Cromlech made you beg for mercy. And now this mine will come back to dwarves A, B, C, D, E, F, G, alphabetically. It belongs to the dwarves. So I don't know where I was going with that, but the only way I know I'm going is into Elf Bloodville. The bloody elves. Oh, them bloody elves. Come on. God, they all be running real quick. We haven't invested anything in any sort of magical moves for this dwarf. We've just been hacka-slashing. Slashing, hacking, knick-knack, patty-whacking. Giving these hoes our bone of contention, that is. Trying to do the right thing here in the world of elf and dwarfdom. Here in Baldur's Gate. Well, we're not in Baldur's Gate anymore. Now we're in the Sunset Mountains. Now, let's see. Who are you? You are going to die. Goodbye. Good night. Avita's to you. And I'm picking something up here. Just wait until we get the elves that are sitting on the dinosaur-like creatures. They're like sitting on them Stegosaurus hoes. Gonna be sight to see. And you will see it. Coming up! But we've still got a ways in this game to go. But you're getting down and dirty with it. Yeah, that's right. I'll block from time to time. I know how to block. There it is. That's what we were looking for. You see that right up there in that upper left? Well, we're going to kill this guy and we're going to go get it. Thank you for your cog. Or shaft gear, I guess they'll call it. It's a cog, though. A cog is a cog is a cog. Now, I don't know whether you ever heard of the Cats, not the musical, but there was this CD that I had as a kid called Feline Fiesta, and it was a CD all that was like kid songs about cats. They had some great songs there. I mean, that was an album of the year. You know, there's you know, a few albums that match that. Lionel Richie's Can't Slow Down is a close second to this. It really is a sight to see, a marvel, if you will, to witness. Feline Fiesta was the name. There were songs like "A cat is a cat is a cat." It's never more simple than that. It's never a rooster or goose or a moose, because a cat is a cat is a cat. And that was quite a song. Dude, I really did enjoy that entire album. So whoever was on that, keep doing what you're doing, as they definitely knew what was up. I wonder if we can find that. It must be online somewhere. I must be able to find that. If you know anything about Feline Fiesta, if you ever grew up with that, please tell me, because I had it. And it was a banging CD. I had that. I had Weird Al Yankovic's Polka-Rama. That was one of the CDs I had. One of the ones I had all the time was Backstreet Boys, The Hits, Chapter 1. I don't think it was called Greatest Hits. I think it was called The Hits, Chapter 1. And it had it had 12 really solid pieces. And God, these arrows are just tearing me apart, brother. These arrows will be tearing me apart. Oh, revel up. Oh, yeah, they know. They know what's coming. Spine-breaking spinal spines. Spinal spines. Your spine will rip out your spines and serve them to my cat as a cat as a cat. Alright, what do we got? I said I was going to do dodge. I feel like that is a good choice here. Actually, we could probably just fill this out. Although, oh god, that's tough, because there is combat reflexes that, I wouldn't be able to do both of those, would I? Improved critical, yeah, that's all it takes 4. So it'd be taken out a category. Yeah, god, I don't know. This is a tough one here. Let's do one of dodge and one of improved critical, and we will save the final point, because I don't want to use it for anything mana, because we're not going to use mana for a while, if at all. And by the time we do, it's going to be mostly just to speed things up a little bit with Bull Rush, so it's not going to be anything that we're really going to need to concern ourselves with. Alright. Now, this puts us in a spot where hopefully we will not be hit by nearly as many arrows. But there's no guarantees here. But thankfully, I did remember correctly that the correct way to go was up here and to the left. So we saved ourselves a little bit of backtrackage. Although I must admit, we are going to backtrack ever so slightly. I want to save. I don't want to die. And then have to fight more dudes or any of the dudes that we have fought previously. So just for the sake of safety, we say it in our, there's a reason we call it Shave Often in the Galactic Conquest, that I have been collabing with Abyssal, as you're going to see a lot more of him in future games. We're about to wrap up that series. That one's about to take, that one's about to finish up, which has been a hell of a ride, certainly, but we're about to conquer all and let all be conquered in the name of the Empire. And we've got a bunch of new games lined up. Well, and they're not necessarily new, but we got a bunch of new games for our channel coming through. And we thank you for sticking along with the ride with White Knux OG and Abyssal OG and all the other stuff we're going to be doing. There's going to be music that's going to be released on here pretty soon. Some new material that both myself and Abyssal have got coming up. There's a lot of places to see it. There's a lot of places to be it. But right now, we are just going to be a very rage-filled elf killing dwarf. As Killer Chromlech, although it's rather indiscriminate when it comes to killing. He will kill whatever. And this was not the place where the gear was. That's okay. We shall do some leapity-deeps. A leaping dwarf prances. He'd be great in a Baldur's Gate ballet. Death, 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 death. Oh, that turned into Pirates of the Caribbean, not of Penzance. There we go. Alright, is this where the gear is? No. That where a barrel is. And, you know what's really nice is stepping on all the rats. They don't give you any experience, but it is fun to do because you will see them go squish. There it is. You can hear them go squish. Yay! I am toddler. Alright, save here. You gonna die today. You gonna die today. Where'd the spider come from? Although, isn't there a spider breeding pit in here? Maybe I'm thinking of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. I think that's in the second level, though. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that's in level 2 of the mines. That's when we get a lot more females who cast a lot of magic. You think that these arrow guys are a pain in the ass? Nah, just wait. You're gonna get a whole next level of pain in the ass. Hey, editor, how many times have I died in the series up to now? Put it on the screen. And if the number is anything other than 0, I will do that many push-ups at the end of this series. Times 5. You know what? You know what? I love that. At the end of this, I will do, at the end of this series, when we finish Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, I will do push-ups times 5, times the number of fucking deaths that we've had. So, I know it's not 0, so I have a feeling it's something at like 15 or 20 right now. And hopefully it will not be, too monstrous by the time we do it, but we will record a video of us doing it as a result of us dying and doing the unforgivable, which is not being absolutely perfect at a video game. That is a fate worse than death in modern day culture. And so you shall see me punished by helping me exercise. So there will be a large amount of push-ups. Well, hopefully there won't be a large amount of push-ups. Hopefully I'll keep the deaths to a minimum. Right now, these spiders ain't doing shit to me. Think I'm scared about your spider sack and your bad French accent that you bring here with your eggs? I do not want to see your charlotte. That is some pig. Alright, what do we got here? We got more gold and spiders. Gold and, well, not golden spiders. Gold and spiders. And right now I'm glad that I got that improved critical because it really is kind of helping with getting some of these deaths at a little bit faster of a pace. I'm probably going to try to max that out on the next level because I think I'm going to get 10 points and then I have the extra 1. So that'll be quite nice. Close that out. I think I have to go that way. Let's see the other areas here. I get the feeling that the gear is over here somewhere, and look at that. It's important. You know why it looks important? Because it is important. You are quite perceptive, Cromlech. That's why we love you. Alright. Splitting barrels. Getting more gold. Squishing more rampageous rats. Amidst a barrel of spiders. God, I feel like there's a lot of people who would be freaked out by these kind of big-ass spiders. And, I mean, if they were on the direct intent to attack you, I think I would also be afraid. And I actually don't hate spiders. I actually like spiders quite a lot. Usually leave spiders alone, and they're chill with me, and I'm chill with them, but not in this game. In this game, all bets are off. Because their big mamas be poisoning bitches, and these guys can... These guys are everywhere. I think this is one of the few through-line monsters in the entire game are spiders. You know, you don't get everything else. You don't get much of anything else concurrently with it. Alright, let's see here. I don't think the spider pit is up here. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I seem to think that this is just treasure, and it is just treasure. Alright, well, I don't mean to pat myself on the back here, but this might be the first time in the entire amount of times I've done this playthrough, which is quite a lot, that I've actually remembered the map layout enough to know which ways were the correct ways to go and which ways were the ways to get the extra items or the key items, so we didn't waste any time doing that. Otherwise, we would have been hop-a-dopping, and hop-a-dopping doesn't work for me, brother. And, oh, come on, get one of them. Oh, I got him, but I don't think it killed him. It would have been nice if it did. Would have been a lot cooler if it did. But no, those barrels just don't do enough. They do enough damage to me, but not to them. Unfortunately. Although there are some times, I think in the third area, that you can get a couple monsters with barrels alone. But you have to get them at exactly the right time. Which is not always easy. Actually, you'll see once we get to the Onyx Tower, which is a ways away and is going to take a lot of time. But when we get to the Onyx Tower, we're going to be able to use barrels a lot on some big bunguses. And they are big and they are bungusy, and there's no doubt about that. Well, here we are at the mines level 2, but before we descend down there, I'm going to do a quick recall. Just check and make sure there's nothing else here. Squish this rat, because Killer Crumlech can't get enough blurred. Blurred in my veins. Alright, let's repair the mine. Okay, we've repaired the mine, because we got everything we needed. But let's recall first, and get some extra provision. Never will you see such fine steel as you will in this shop. It's my guy right here. Oh, I got another disruption club if I wanted to open back up disruption, which I don't. I think the era of clubbing is over. Unless we get a really good one later on, which I guess is possible. Oh, dear. I do not have a whole lot of health potions. I need to buy some. 1, 2, 3, hi-ya! Okay. I don't know how many I got. How many did I get? 69. 69. Nice. All right. I feel pretty satisfied. That only cost me $2 grand. That's pretty good. All right. Let's just take a look at the weapons here that we're going to be able to work with if we get something of consequence, because it would be nice to have something like the Masterwork Greatsword of Speed, but I would really like to get more something like a battle axe, because we are trying to be a dwarf, so it should be like a warhammer. I don't want to get this warhammer, but we should get something. I hate that they're all frosty though, because we're gonna have to go fight an ice dragon, and I don't want to have it everything we do be ice. So we'll see. Maybe we're gonna get something better down the road. I don't know. Do we still have the shield? No, we got rid of the shield, which is fine. And we've got everything we can possibly get from the armor. We've got that. Let's see. Is there anything in this department I want to get? Dexterity 2-1 strength. What am I wearing right now? Did I buy something by accident? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, I did. I bought a health potion. I brought it up to 70. Aw. Alright, so we can buy some jewelry here to boost up our stats a little bit. Let's get an amulet +2. And what does Constitution do? That's hit points. I'm going to grab a Ring of Constitution. We might as well. And just add it to what we're already wearing. I don't know what a Ring of Protection is supposed to do. It doesn't really add anything that I'm aware of, but I should probably look this up to know. But that should be enough. But we will do this. We will grab the Dexterity +2. And we will wear our second Ring of Constitution to boost up our hit points just a little bit. We'll sell this amulet. And alright, I'm pretty satisfied with these results. Let's recall back. Head down to the mine level 2. Time to beat up on some elven ladies. Throwing their magic balls. And when ladies throw their magic balls, you know you're in for a rough night. So let's save before we are absolutely overwhelmed. And I'm going to have to kill you guys first, aren't I? Aw, you guys need to stop doing what you're doing. I mean, seriously, come on. Come on now. See? I told you. I done told you they be throwing their balls at us. We don't need our balls be throwing at. Oh my God. Alright. Let's get you done. Let's get you down on the ground. Oh my God. I'm not trying to do this right now. I'm trying to switch so we can play on the next video. I'm trying to pace this out, guys. Will you all just relax for a second? Oh my God. Guys, this is just uncalled for. This is so uncalled for. This ain't none of this need to happen. Ain't none of this need to happen. Wow. That's some shenaniganery. Bing bong.